Losers. I mean, it's up to Joe, but I'm going to be. Wait, everybody else is ready. I'll just start it. Three, two, one. Yeah. Welcome everyone to the second race in CL Season 20. We are in the snowy Brno to do a rainy one lap quali before the sprint. And let's see, as not long ago we brought back this one lap quali system, which puts a lot of pressure on the drivers. Let's see who can get the fastest wet lap in Brno. We've raced this track about a year ago without the snow, so let's see if the times will be any different with the snow, potentially, as I'm seeing some good lap times from Majumdar, Fede, the gamer as well, and they will be crossing the line now, and it's Ben on pole 35.18, and it's Ben and Glow in the front row, then the gamer and Fede. Oh, is there a team called Edge? Wow. P2 and P4 for Edge, and Jeru is fifth, Lexus is sixth. Actually, Jeru is our title leader after round one, so a bit of an underperformance there. Majumdar and Tomatoes on the fourth row, Kedo and Piggy, Piggy from Mobile, if you didn't know that. I'm sure you knew that already. Then Ricky, Kozil, Punk, Cola, and I know JL was like 30 minutes ago. I don't remember who won, but that guy is somewhere on this grid. Then in 15th, it's Aloxian, uh, Methagil 16th, Polak, and Urist in last, only 2.5 seconds behind the leader. Okay, so there's no reverse grid, right? Okay. The gamer is ready. And let's see the sprint in Brno. Ben and Glow in the front row, the gamer and Fede behind. Let's see who lead in turn one. We are going, and Ben keeps it with a good tight turn one, but Glow is really close, trying to make the move into the chicane. Keeps it behind. The top four hasn't changed yet, and Ben runs into the grass. The gamer overtakes, Glow overtakes. Ben is down to third. Jerry tried to make a move on Fede, and now Lexus is trying to make a move on Jeru. The top six is pretty much unchanged, other than the fact that Ben ran into the grass. And then further down we have Piggy and Majumdar, and the top eight sort of got away. But now Lexus and Piggy made mistakes. Majumdar is up into sixth. Glow, the gamer, and now Fede fighting with Ben into the chicane, and they actually survive. Well, surprising. But the fight keeps going, and Fede seems to have made the move into P3 now, and the top four has kind of broken away, obviously with the weaker slipstream. Jeru does not have Ben slip at the moment, so this top four could be, this top three could be running away now. I see, my eyes are not too good, but that kind of looks like three of the same livery in the top three. Oh, Glow pushes the gamer wide, and Fede makes a move, overtakes both of them almost. Glow tries to defend it. The teammates almost crash, but in the end Glow keeps P1. The gamer tries to go back, make a move on the gamer. The gamer makes the move on Fede, sorry. And now it's Glow, the gamer, Fede, Jeru, and Majumdar. as Jerry runs into grass, Majumdar runs into his ass, Ben in 6th, Tomatoes in 7th, and all the other people behind them. So let's see, can the gamer make the move on Glow on the inside for this corner? And it looks like he has made the move. Great move. Actually didn't even push Glow off like we would expect in Chaos League, also known as CL. And the top two seem to have gotten away a bit. Svede runs into grass a bit, and there is a battle for P3. A second behind the top two, so this could really be a runaway from the gamer and Glow if they just keep it calm and not fight too much. Could be even a guaranteed top two. From what I've seen, they have the pace to do it. They just need to not crash. And further down we see Jeru, Majumdar, Ben fighting for the top three, and Fede has fallen a lot. Now in 6th, Lexus is trying to overtake, but as the track is basically only chicanes, you can't really overtake here, sadly. So, apologies for that. The people voted for this track, apparently. And Jeru gets pushed into the chicane by Majumdar, who takes P3 with that move. Quite interesting. I think that's like a case of edging, possibly, but the stewards will investigate if Jerry reports, so none of my business. Glow has lost the gamer at the moment, about a second behind, still in P2 quite comfortably, and the wet tires really are going to be dropping off now as we are reaching the second half, the last third of this race, and the gamer looks very good to be winning this one. But maybe Jerry can make some ground up on Glow, even though he has to defend from the others behind. And maybe the best thing for Majumdar and Ben would be to work together with Jeru and try to catch Glow, because this last lap actually, oh, what the fuck? Yeah, now Ben is P3, and good moves there, good moves, and the pack is now a bit more together for P3, so we could even see Fede or Kado or even Tomatoes make a move for it, as the gap between Glow and the gamer is pretty much stable. All the gamer has to do is to just hold on for these last few laps. And now Ben has actually ran away with P3, and that's Majumdar in P4, Fede and Kedo really close to each other, P5, P6. Jeru has fallen a lot, behind his teammate even. That's actually a pretty sick livery, not gonna lie. I don't know what team that is, the one that Jeru and Kedo drives, I kinda like it. And Kedo hits the grass, Jeru overtakes, Tomatoes tries to overtake as well. This way, yeah, just straight up murder, as expected. Very nice overtaking actions here. Fede, Jeru, and Tomatoes fighting for P5. Probably one of the highest fights we have. Although Glow did gain 3/10 last lap on the gamer, so if the gamer makes another mistake, this could turn into a fight for the last lap. But other than that, in the top 6, we don't really see much more fighting other than the Jeru Tomatoes one. Fede and Piggy behind them, yeah, whatever. Methagil into the pits, that is not the racing line. Oh, Glow's made a massive mistake. Glow's made a really big mistake. Ben is right behind him. Ben could fight for P2 here. What even happened to Glow? I don't know, maybe in the replay we could see that. Video editors, please. But this could be Ben's chance. The Scottish driver could get a top 2 in the sprint, as holy shit, we are heading to the last chicane. Let's see if Ben can pull off the slip overtake, and the photo finish, and Glow does take P2. What a clutch. Majumdar, Tomatoes, Jeru, and yeah, just read the rest of them from the screen. Pretty interesting sprint, all things considered. Really good performance from the gamer. Looked the most consistent, avoided most of the chaos, and please do not chat Luxian. That's against the rules. Yeah. So, final results is the gamer with the sprint win, then Glow and Ben very close to each other, but in the end Glow edged Ben to P2. Then Majumdar and Tomatoes fourth and fifth. Jeru only sixth. Fede also edged Piggy for P7. Then Kedo Ricky closes the top 10. Lexus with the fastest lap actually. Interesting, I guess. Cola, Punk, Eurist with a bit of a comeback from last place, all the way up to 14th. Very impressive. Then Kozil, Loxian, Polak, and Mefagil, who kind of retired, I guess. And that was the sprint. Now we'll head over to the main quali. Jesus, what a yapping session. Okay, I need to get the settings right. 3-lap quali, right? Like somebody in the chat confirm. I'm way too stupid for that. I don't make the rules at Oxian. 29 laps. Would be just so funny if I put the tire wear on like 4 and just watch everybody suffer. I'd love that. Although I think if I'd done that, nobody would let me host a race ever again. I agree, Bishion. Am I the only one who's not ready? Yep. All right. Luck on for Wiley. Although it's quite hard to have fun with all these chicanes. And quali in 3, 2, 1. And now we are back with the main feature quali, which is 3 laps on the dry slash snowy track in Brno. We've seen, yeah, sorry guys, not gonna lie, I forgot to take pole in the sprint, but we've seen that person take the pole in the sprint, so can he repeat it in the feature quali, or will the other 17 drivers surprise him? And let's see the first laps. So far, the first sector was really impressive from Fede, Jeru, Kedo also in a good one. Yeah, I just got the info that Albono got pole in the sprint, so congrats to him. And let's see the first laps as they run the final chicane. It is Lexus. Oh wow, that's a very good lap, under 34 seconds. Certainly a strong way to start the quali. There are going to be 2 more laps after this one, 2 more flying laps. Let's see if anybody can dethrone Lexus. For now, the field is spread at about like 1.5 seconds between Lexus and the last place, Eurist, as they are finishing the second laps. Let's see. Oh, the gamer 3377, even better, as Ricky and Majumdar also beat Lexus's lap one time. Lexus doesn't improve, and we have 6 people under 34 seconds, and Jeru on 34 flat. And after that, it's quite a big spread. We do have 3 people on 34.23, which we have to keep an eye on. Let's see the last lap. Can anybody improve? Not really. Kado takes second, almost pole, but the gamer, our sprint winner, excuse me, does take the pole. Great form from the Spanish driver. Uh, Good pace from Kedo as well. I think Kedo was a champion before in CL. Uh, Correct me if I'm wrong. And Ricky and Majumdar in the second row. Lexus and Glow tied, fifth and sixth. Then Tomato seventh, and Ben and Piggy also tied for eighth. Jerry with a 34 flat can only take a 10th place. Jesus. Then Punk 3402, Fede, Cozy, Cola, Urist, Aloxian, Polak, and Mefegil is our last in quali, but only 1.3 seconds behind, so that is pretty good. And I'm sure we will see even better times in UL, preferably from the LSA drivers, preferably 1-2 from LSA. What kind of bias? I'm not biased. Okay, ready up. Guys, come on. Like, I get that you're slow on the track, but you can at least be fast with readying up. Okay, everybody is ready. I'm going to be the last one to ready up. Wait, no, Ricky! Jesus. Thank you, Ricky. And we are on the grid for the feature race with 3 different possible tires to choose from. A dry race, 29 laps, pretty much everybody on the softs, with 3 people on the mediums. And let's see, the gamer has a really good turn 1, still keeps the lead, not much happening up front. Lexus tried to make a move and they immediately lose the top 3. Yeah, thank the slipstream for that. Ricky with a good move, and a really good move by Ricky. Shame for the grass, but that was really creative. Oh my Jesus. Yeah, that corner is certainly proving to be a challenge for some people to just not steer into it and kill people. It's always a challenge for Challenger League to stay on the track, but yeah, that corner they will have to look out for. It's a really tough hairpin, one of the only ones on this chicane track thing. Oh, as we see even more mistakes, Ricky running deep, Ben with some grass, and now it's Kedo, Lexus, and Piggy, P2, 3, and 4. Then Fede in fifth, Ben and Ricky behind, and there's a big pack. Big pack behind. Ricky hits grass again. He was first at some point, now he's seventh. It's all going terribly for the Dutch. Is he Dutch? Probably Dutch driver. I'm sorry if I'm wrong. Don't hate me. And it's the gamer once again in the lead. Today we've been kinda used to seeing that. Kedo is still slipping him, and Piggy a bit far behind without the slip, trying to make up some ground as the gamer breaks very late and wide and loses a lot of speed on the chicane, and Kedo overtakes him. And now Kedo's in the lead. The two Mez are side by side, and both of them touch a pixel of grass, just a pixel of grass. Not much, but just enough to lose a bit of speed there. And the fight for P3 is insane. Pretty much grass hits here and there, everything crashes, everything we can hope for from CL. As currently it's Fede in P3. Ben and Piggy follow close behind, really close behind, because that's the only way you're getting slip here, buddy. As the gamer is just chilling in Kedo's slip for now. Bit wide there on the chicane, but yeah, the meta's been to be less aggressive and just slip, because fighting, especially on tracks with a lot of chicanes, loses a lot of time. Who would have thought? And the gamer is doing exactly that behind Kedo for them to run away. As Ben and Piggy are also potentially looking to work together. Oh, what the Ben? What? Yeah, Ben hits a bit of grass there, and now the P3 to P8 pack is back together, and it's anybody's game to play for. A podium is still up for grabs for everybody on my screen right here. Ben, Piggy, Glow, Ricky, Tomatoes, Fede, even Lexus, maybe even Jeru can fight for a podium. Oh, and they pit. I completely forgot that there was tire there. So they pit on lap 6, Ben puts on mediums, Tomatoes hards, Jeru softs. Interesting undercut from the Belarusian that puts him into 16th, but only temporarily, as Ben pitted into some very good and crucial clean air. Maybe this could be a turning point in his race. After the turning point into the grass, the other lap, as the top two are also pitting. Let's see what tires they pick. Oh, Kedo on the softs, the gamer on the hards. It's interesting strategy game here between Kedo and the gamer. The two people potentially fighting for a 1-2. As you can see, Ben, his undercut was quite effective, but he's still just not in the slip of Kedo. Almost really close. Really close to the gamer here, and Kedo makes a mistake, and this is really good for Ben. Amazing for the undercutter Scottish driver, who could be in a fight for a win here with some clever strategies. And the gamer is doing a very interesting strategy of being on the hards and not letting the soft runner ahead. It is a very risky strategy that there's the obvious risks of annoying the person behind you to kill you. And yeah, he just lets Kedo pass. Oh, I'm not sure if Ben was pushed into the grass there, or if he went into it on his own, but the fact is that he lost like 1.5 seconds. And now Glow and Piggy are behind him on fresher tires. That's such a shame for the Scottish driver, as Glow also hits grass. Nice. And yeah, it's currently Kedo and the gamer. Oh, the gamer and Kedo. Ben, Glow, Piggy, Lexus, Jeru, and the others. As Kedo and the gamer are fighting hard, like proper hard. It's like it was the last lap. Very interesting. That is what we like to see, some good semi-clean battling. Ben driving just alone. I'm guessing he's probably frustrated and sad that he was pushed onto the grass, but he needs to lock in now, because it's still not impossible for him to win. With some good strategy and good pace, anything's possible. Even for Jerry in P4, who's even a bit more behind, and the pack behind him, everything's possible. We're not even halfway into the race. The gaps are not big, so just not making mistakes and doing a good strategy could earn anybody a podium or a win. But yeah, cleverness is something rare in this league, so we'll have to see who is the lucky person who manages to be clever, as the gamer and Kedo are still at it and fighting through the hairpins, the chicanes, and now at this point I would say the gamer's tires are actually better. Kedo's softs are a bit worn, but still putting up a fight. Good move into turn 1. Ben in third, chilling there. Jeru made up a lot of ground on Ben within a second now, but Jeru's tires are like orange, like the middle of his car, and so he's going to have to pit soon. Possibly an undercut on Ben, which could be interesting. I saw somebody getting shafted into the grass there on the minimap. I'm not sure who. Must have hurt. Oh, the gamer with a mistake. And it's Kedo, whose tires are dead. The gamer, whose tires are good. But he is a second behind. Was it a mistake? Did he get pushed off? I'm not sure. And I'm getting reports that Glow has TP'd. We will keep an eye on him, or at least the URA, because I'm watching the race. Yeah, just let me know if he lags more. And Kedo pits, Dogamer and Ben are the top two now. But Ben will possibly have to pit this lap. Maybe going for two softs to the end. I'm not sure if you can do 14 on the hards. You know, I've driven these cars and I've driven other cars in this game, and I'm not sure. I don't think you can drive 14 on the hards. So I think Ben might have to pit 2 more times, or he has to stretch this tire. Behind, kind of a death pack. Tomatoes, Majendar, Piggy, Glow, all on the hards, and Kedo is in a big traffic. That's going to be terrible for Kedo, especially if somebody, God forbid, leg rockets him off to, oh, Glow, that was a TP. A second TP for Glow, really on the edge of getting disqualified for having a shit connection. And Kedo making the moves, but still getting held up. It really looks like he's losing a lot of time with these moves, so not sure whose strategy is the best here. I think the gamer could have some advantage from this. Still at 4.5 seconds in the lead, the gamer. Driving good pace, relatively worn hards. Tomatoes second for now, but I think it won't be second in like 3-4 corners because Kedo is going to be in second right now. Good overtake. Wow, it's so easy when you have like 6 laps of tire advantage and you are on fresh softs. Who would have guessed? So Tomatoes probably into the pit. No, not pitting. Wow. And then we see another big pack. This one has Ben and Jeru. Jeru who undercut Ben and is ahead of him, but only because he pushed him off. What a criminal. Yeah, that looks weird. In 6th right now, Jeru. Fighting hard with Glow. Not anymore. Next target for him would be Piggy and Tomatoes. 4 P3, and now the gamer is in the pits. Let's see where the gamer comes out compared to Jeru, ahead or behind. Always going to be close, but the gamer is still leading Jeru, obviously. Yeah, Glow sadly has to DNF because of connection, and he does so. Respect. That's a good gravel pit to choose to retire. I would have chosen that one as well. So yeah, Kedo definitely has to pit, but the gamer is going to the end, and this is going to be how the race will end. It is going to be a chase from Kedo trying to catch the gamer, and every single tenth will matter, possibly. Jeru, I don't think he has any chance to win right now. It's probably only between Kedo and the gamer. Jeru and Ben could be fighting for P3 here. Though Ben has way better tires, yeah. English skills. And yeah, Ben takes P2, but probably only temporarily because Kedo just came out of the pits on the mediums, 3.5-ish seconds behind the gamer. Will Kedo be able to catch the gamer? Or can the gamer pull something off like Piggy in the other league? Yeah, Piggy did like a very cool one-stop in the other league with 2 sets of hards, and that is what the gamer's move reminds me of. As Lexus is in P4, haven't heard a lot of Lexus from this race. You'll still have to pit looking at those tires, but being in 4th is always good, especially in Chaos League. And Piggy on the fresh hards in 5th. I don't think Piggy has to pit anymore. Neither does Jeru or Tomatoes. So that is a fight that fight is on for 5th right now. Piggy, Jeru, and Tomatoes. And Ben is in, hits the pit wall a bit, goes into the pits, puts on softs, and possibly fights for the podium. Comes out just ahead of Cola. Oh, but Cola isn't going to let him pass. Oh. Well, tire advantage solves that issue. And Kedo gained approximately 0 time on the gamer since I've last seen them. So it is looking very rough for the Frenchman. Actually, he's lost some time. It is 3.7. Last remember it was 3.5. And comparing the lap times, the gamer drove a faster lap time by 600ths. That just shows that the gamer is faster, just straight up faster. He does make a small mistake here, but I think he can just get the gap to last long enough to win the race from here. Kedo is just not driving quite the pace that is necessary for the win right now. And Jeru, Piggy, and Tomatoes are still fighting for the podium, while Ben, who I last saw was overtaking Cola, is behind Cola. And that really doesn't help Ben's podium dreams, obviously. He has to get past Cola and catch that three-way pack, or Jeru and Piggy and Tomatoes fighting for the podium. And Kedo has gained some time, but it just doesn't look like it's going to be enough unless the gamer messes up. It feels fast, but the gamer is doing something that is possibly UL level pace. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, UL guys, but the gamer's pace is looking pretty UL worthy. And Jeru is about 6-7 seconds behind the gamer, fighting with Piggy and Tomatoes for the podium spot, and Ben just struggling with Cola. Oh, Jeru does the lawnmower thing, Piggy does the lawnmower thing, and they switch places. That brings Tomatoes closer to them, still not in the slip. This is going to be an interesting fight. Jeru has the edge in both tire durability, or in the fact that he pitted later than Piggy and he has better tires. So if I had to bet, I'd probably bet for Jeru to take the podium, but it's still really early to call. It could be that like they leg rock it and Ben takes it. Everything's possible, as Kedo is still about 3 seconds from the gamer, so not worth it to watch that one. What is worth watching is the fight for P3 between Jeru and Piggy is still going on. Piggy trying to make some interesting lines in the chicane work. Doesn't work. And for the other chicane, Jeru hits the grass, Piggy hits the grass, and maybe dive bomb in the hairpin. Jeru hits the grass again, Piggy hits the grass into the chicane. Tomatoes is really close now, and it is going to be a three-way fight into the last lap. Piggy does maybe lose the slip. It's really on the edge right now. I can't tell. He does have the slip, and Tomatoes also has the slip, so it's anybody's game for right now. And what a line from Tomatoes to overtake Piggy. Great move to get up into P4, second in the pack right now. Jeru is still holding them off really well, but Tomatoes on the inside, dive bomb into the hairpin, tries to keep it into the chicane, and it does work. Jeru does hit a bit of grass, the gamer wins. Kedo gets second, and Tomatoes bit wide into the chicane, but Jeru can't overtake Tomatoes, and this means Tomatoes took P3. What a fight! What a three-way fight! Tomatoes was out of their slip until lap 28, but just kept on driving, saw the other two fuck around, and they found out. A great fight. That also shows that cooperation is often worth it, because if Jeru and Piggy, yeah, if Jeru and Piggy didn't fight all that much, then Tomatoes wouldn't have caught them. So, moral of the story, don't fight, guys. it loses time. And also the other people finished. Ben beats Lexus just barely. Cola also right behind them. Ricky Boy, Majumdar. Then a bigger gap to Kozil, Punk, Eloxian, Urist getting all the P14s of his life. And the people behind Urist are Polak, Mafagil, Glow, who had to retire, and Fede. Both of the Edgers retired. Edge Motorsport is not seeing its best days today. And, well, that was all for today. Both races won by the gamer. Next race will be in Sochi, a very interesting track that we raced before a long time ago. So I can't wait for that one. See you that time. Holy fuck.